Okay, so in this situation, a 6-meter cantilever retaining wall, 400 millimeters thick, supports a soil of unit weight of 17.5 kilonewtons per cubic meter with active pressure coefficient Ka equals 1/3. Flexure bar centroid is found at 100 millimeters. Calculate the maximum ultimate shear stress on the stem in megapascals using a load factor of 1.7 for soil pressure. Okay. So sa first question, we are asked what is the maximum ultimate shear stress, okay, on the stem. All right. So ideally, di ba, may soil dito. So obviously yung soil na yan will produce a distributed load, di ba? Triangularly distributed load. And because of the triangularly distributed load, of course, merong shear force that would develop, no, at the stem. Okay? But here, we have to consider na para siyang beam, no? Para siyang beam, para siyang cantilever beam. So, of course, yung ano ng retaining wall is we could think of it as a cantilever beam na subject to triangular loading. That's why we would need to draw, no, yung distribution ng force. So let's start by drawing the soil pressure. Okay, so first of all, no, we could analyze that up to here, up to the bottom uh of the base of the retaining wall. Kaya lang ang gusto lang kasi nating malaman is kung ano yung stress dito. Okay, kaya yung ito lang ko-consider natin, no, yung dun lang sa ibabaw or kung saan lang merong hangganan yung stem nung cantilever wall. Okay? So let's calculate the value here. So remember that the value there, let me call it W. Okay? WU. Let's call it ultimate, no? So we know that the pressure, no, yung pressure ng soil, okay, would be equal to the gamma of the soil multiplied by the depth. Okay? Multiplied by the lateral pressure coefficient, Ka, which is 1/3. Okay? And that will be equal to the gamma of the soil is 17.5 times 6 yung depth times yung pressure coefficient. So 35. So 35 kilonewtons per meter. No? Assuming 1 meter width. No? Kasi di ganun naman kadalasan kapag retaining wall. And then our factored or ultimate uniform load will be, according to the problem, 1.7 daw yung load factor natin. So W sub S. So times 1.7. So that gives us 59.5. So 59.5 kilonewton per meter yung ultimate pressure, no? Now, to calculate the shear force, so obviously, para na lang itong, if you would idealize this, para na lang siyang cantilever beam na may triangular distribution. Ganyan. Okay, we're in, this is 59.5. Okay, so we could easily calculate the reaction here. Diba? The reaction there would be, so by the way, 6 meter ito, would be, pag nag-summation ka ng forces vertical, bali area lang ng triangle. So 1/2 base times height. Okay, and pakita ko lang, ang value nito would be 178.5. Okay, kilonewton. Now, once na meron ka na reaction, and if you think that that is your VU, no, kasi di ba pag inisip mo, yan na yung maximum shear eh. Kasi ang itsura ng shear force diagram nito, ano lang eh, aangat ka ng R, tapos bababa kang ganyan. Okay, so ganun yung itsura. So, ito na yung lalabas na ultimate shear force. So, ngayon, to calculate the shear stress, so di ba, ang shear stress, ultimate, is just VU over BD. Okay? VU over BD. So yung effective depth natin, sinabi kasi na yung thickness na to, 400. So ibig sabihin yung effective depth natin is 400 minus 100. Ito. So therefore, the effective depth is 300. Okay? So therefore, lalabas ay 178.5 thousand para maging Newton over. So walang fee guys, no? Kasi tinatanong ay ultimate. No, ultimate. Yung B natin is, di ba, yung length ng ano dito. Bali yung length dito na i-consider, okay, yung length na i-consider dyan would be 1 meter. No, 1 meter. Okay? So, 1,000. Okay, 1,000 times effective depth which is 300. Okay? So, pag in-compute po natin to, we will have okay, so we will have 0.595. No? Now, to be clear, this answer is wrong. Mali po yan. Okay, bakit? Kasi maling sabihin na ito yung ultimate shear force. Why? Di ba kapag nagko-compute tayo ng shear sa reinforced concrete, yung critical section for shear ay wala naman doon sa face ng support, kundi nasa D distance from the face of the support. Okay? Kaya hindi pwedeng sabihin na ito yung ultimate shear force at the critical section for shear. Okay? So tinatanong niya, no? Maximum ultimate shear stress. No? So, on the stem. So, meaning, hindi naman literal na sinasabi na nandito, pero yung critical section, no, sa stem, which is at the dead distance pa. Okay? So, dito yon. Okay? So, this is your critical section. Okay? At a D distance from the face of the support. So, if I would cut there, so let's say, cut natin yung beam para ma-expose natin yung critical section, yung shear force. So, bali guys, ito yung magiging view natin. Okay, dun sa D distance. So, bali, ito ay 6 minus, yung effective depth ay 300, so 0.3. So, this will be 5.7 meter. Okay, tapos computein natin to. Yan. To calculate that, we will apply ratio and proportion. So, we have WU1 over 5.7 is equal to, so using the larger triangle, we have 59.5 over 6. So, yung WU equivalent natin doon sa critical section for shear would be okay, so 56.525. Okay? So from there, we can now calculate the shear force at the critical section, which is 1/2 base times height. And that gives us 161.10, no? Or 161.096 kilonewtons. And applying the same formula, our shear force would be 161.096 thousand over BD. So D natin is 300. Okay, and that gives us 0.537. Okay, so the answer here would be letter D. Okay, so be careful in defining our ultimate shear stress. It should be found at the critical section for shear. Next, determine the maximum factored moment on the stem for 1 meter design strip. So, pinapahanap yung maximum design moment. So, dito naman, kapag moment, kung maalala ninyo, we can find that at the face of the support exactly. So, ito naman sa moment, walang problema. Dito natin hahanapin yun. So, meaning, ang hinahanap natin na moment ay ito. Okay, so to calculate that, number 2, So MU would be equal to, so mag-moment tayo. So area ng triangle, 1/2 base times height. So yung buo na yung gagamitin guys, no? 59.5. Tapos ang moment arm natin is 1/3 of 6. Ayan. So our MU should be so 357. So answer is letter C. And then lastly, determine the spacing of the 25 millimeter flexure bars required for the stem. So pinapadesign na sa atin. So dahil magde-design na tayo, so papasok na ulit dito yung reinforced concrete. So bali ano, bali kung ito yung ihiga ko na lang ha. Bali kung ito yung ano natin, wall, tas fix ito yung MU. Okay, so tension sa ibabaw, so nandito yung bakal natin. Sa itaas, no? So ang cross section niyan, 'di ba 6 meter to? Ang cross section niyan, kapag tumingin ka sa top ng wall, makikita mo mahaba ito kasi this is considered to be 1 meter. 1 meter strip. Okay, tapos ito yung mga bakal natin. Okay, so this is your effective depth. Okay, ayan. Okay, and we know that our MU is 357. So to design, ang gagamitin ko ulit, MU is equal to phi mn. So lahat ng bakal dito will have a tension. Tapos meron tayo dito ang compression side sa ibaba. Ayan, may compression. So pag nag-moment tayo sa tension side, we will have phi 0.85 FC prime AB, okay, times D minus A over 2. So our MU is 357. Gawin natin 1 million. Phi will be 0.9 because we are designing for tension control. FC prime, given is ito, 27. O nga pala, no? Ayan, 27 plus 415. So 27. Tapos yung A unknown. Tapos yung B natin, 1,000. Effective depth, 300 minus A over 2. So from here, we can solve for A. Again, as usual, ang gagawin ko is quadratic. So we have 0.5 negative effective depth. Tapos yung moment, 357 million divided by 0.9, 0.85, 27, and 1,000. Okay, so hindi ito yung pipiliin natin kasi lagpas na yan sa depth natin na 400. So ito dapat, 64.56. Okay? So maliit lang naman yan kaya sigurado hindi yan lalagpas sa sa maximum. Yung A max kasi is 'di ba? 3/8 ng effective depth. So hindi yan lalagpas, maliit lang. Or you can check, no? But I assure you na hindi yan lalagpas. So we will design this as singly reinforced. And kadalasan guys kapag foundation, talagang singly reinforced lang 'yun. So ngayon, to calculate yung area ng bakal, we will apply C equals T. So 0.85 FC prime AB is equal to AS FY. So we can directly solve for AS. Again, FY guys would be 415, no? Hindi ito FS. Okay? Kumbaga, what I'm trying to say is hindi ito FS kasi we are designing for tension control. So we have 0.85 FC prime A B over FY 415. So this is 3570.25. Okay? Ang ingatan lang natin kapag ka mga foundation, mga footing, mga retaining walls is kapag bumaba tayo sa minimum. Madalas kasi sa minimum nagkakaproblema eh. So check lang natin yung AS minimum is whichever is larger between the two. 1.4 over Fy BD at saka 0.25 square root of FC prime over Fy BD. Yan. Okay, so kapag chinek ko sa calculator, hindi ko na susulat. 1.4 over Fy times B, di ba yung B natin 1,000, yung D natin is 300. So lalabas ay 1,012 lang. So maliit yung AS minimum. Kapag chinek natin yung isa, square root of FC prime. Okay, so ayan, mas maliit. So yung mag-govern ito as your AS minimum. So lagpas naman to. Okay, so this is greater than the AS minimum. So okay, pwede natin itong gamitin. So now to calculate the spacing, ang spacing kasi, ano yan eh, yung length ng width, no? Actually yung length ng width yan, divided by the number of bars, no? In this case, yung length ng width natin na i-distribute is 1,000 per 1 meter length tayo, divided by the number of bars. Yung number of bars can be calculated as the area total divided by the area of a single bar. Kumbaga, kung isipin mo to, this is not really a formula. It's more of a, parang ano, kung isipin mo lang, paano mo i-distribute ang ganito kadaming bakal sa length na 1,000? O di, i-divide mo yung dami ng bakal mo doon sa 1,000. Di ba? Ganun lang naman yun, no? You don't think of this as a formula. Okay? Para hindi mo siya i-memorize. Anyway, so we will have this value. This is our value. So we have 1,000 over yung value na yon. Divide natin ng area ng isang bakal, which is, ang pinapagamit ay 16. Hindi pala, 25 squared. Ayan. Okay, so therefore, we will have 137.49 mm. Okay, and reminder lang din, kapag spacing ang pinag-uusapan, mas okay ang mas malapit kaysa sa mas malayo. Kaya kung magra-round off tayo dito, ang rounding off natin is rounding down. So the best would be 135 or we could have 130. Depending on the choices. Sa choices, hindi pwede yung 150, hindi pwede lahat. Ito lang pwede, letter C. So therefore, that's going to be our answer. Okay, so that's how we solve this problem.